Well, the things we do as photographers for a maybe. This is the night of the full supermoon and also a lunar eclipse. And I thought it might be cool to do my hike up to this top of this hill about 2 miles from my front door. So that's the plan. I'm going up there to the top of that hill. And so we'll see if there's a cool view of the moon rising and of the eclipse. So I don't know, it's just one of those things that's part of the adventure of photography. We get out, get for a walk, get this guy moving out for a walk, and maybe come back with a cool picture, but at the very least, come back with an elevated heart rate and a fun evening. So hopefully this works. I'll check in and we'll see if we've got a cool shot tonight. I would love to see yours, see your full moon shots, your eclipse shots, your supermoon shots. Share them if you got them. And we made it to the top. There's the Pacific Ocean out there. The sun is slowly setting over the ocean. And we're looking over Carlsbad, California. And the moon, if my photo app, or if my Photo Pills app is correct, should come up right about here. Right about there. So that happens at the exact same time. The sun goes down at 6:51 p.m. The moon comes up over here at 6:51 p.m. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, is why there's an eclipse happening too, because the Earth is going to be right between those two. Makes sense to me. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. My astronomy may not be the best, but that's what makes sense. You can already hear the coyotes, and I already found a snake skin. You know, when snakes shed their skin, I found one of those already too. So I'm gonna not stay too long after sunset here. Hopefully get some cool shots of the moon and the eclipse, and then book it 2 miles back. All right. And there it is, rising right on cue. Okay, so I admit the composition here is not the best. Not the best. Some of my friends have these gorgeous shots of the moon coming up over San Diego, but I chose the random hills instead. There it is, way back there. Still amazing, still super, super cool. I'm really glad I came up, and to see the eclipse is just super amazing. I love it so much. But maybe should have planned a little bit more on composition and gone somewhere where there's a little more contrast between foreground and the moon, just so the moon can look as big as possible, you know, coming up over hills where there's not a ton of reference points. It's just not super cool. I mean, there's a little row of houses up there in the hills, but composition wise, maybe not the best, but still lots of fun and great practice for getting out and shooting the moon. Okay, heading back. As I was leaving, I found a composition that I really liked, like the moon just above a trail with some moonlight falling onto the trail. And I didn't get on camera and talk about it because, I don't know, just wanted to hurry up and get the shot and get out because it's getting dark. You know, I didn't bring my headlamp and just don't want to navigate these trails when it's super, super dark. So anyway, we'll check in and process these images together perhaps and see how they turned out. And thanks for joining me, and I'll show you some photos here in just a little bit. Okay, well, it's been a couple of days since that photo shoot of the sunset and the moon, and I did process some images, but I didn't get on camera or screen record while I was processing, so I just thought I'd take a second, get on here and just share some final thoughts and show the images. And while I still believe there is nothing like super spectacular from this photo shoot, the lesson that I came away with on this shoot was always look behind you. You know, when you think you're done, you're packed up, whatever, like you just look behind you and see what's going on, because I shot the sunset. Yeah, it was good. Here's that photo. Again, nothing totally spectacular, but kind of a cool shot regardless. And then here are a couple of photos of the moon rising over the hill. Once again, this composition was not really what I was hoping for, but it's a cool shot of the moon and of the eclipse just starting on the moon. I had packed everything up after this. Tripod back, camera back in the bag, lens back in the bag. I had everything packed up and was ready to go. And by that point, it was getting dark-ish. I mean, you could still see the trail and still see some light in the sky, but you know, an area like that just changes when the light goes away. You start to hear things you didn't hear before, and there were coyotes howling, you know, I just get that feeling. It's like, okay, I got 2 miles to go. I should probably get off of this hill. And I was on my way down, and I turned around and just looked back up the trail from where I came, and wouldn't you know it, like the moon was just hanging right over that trail. And there was part of me that was like, no, come on, I just gotta go. I just gotta go and get back. But then the other part of me said, no, get the shot. And so I stopped, took my tripod back out, got the camera back out, put the lenses back on, and went ahead and framed this shot up, and a couple of shots here, but this is the one that I processed and that I think looks pretty good. Again, it may not be like an epic award winner master class of a shot, but it was super fun, and I'm really glad that I took the time to turn around, reset up, and get the shot, because I do like that we just have a little bit of foreground here, and that the moon just appears to be bigger just because there's a little bit more context happening with this shot. Just when you were on top of this hill, the moon was fairly up high in the sky already, but as I started to go down the hill, then the moon appeared a little bit lower in the sky, and then at this point it was just kind of a no-brainer to stop what I was doing, unpack, and get the shot again. So anyway, that's it. I hope you've had some fun on this, and just kind of enjoyed this little journey with me. And I hope that you've learned something along the way, or just had a little bit of fun. But regardless, thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for hanging out on this channel. I hope that you will subscribe to the channel and push the like button, because that does help. And yeah, cool. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to see you again on the next video.